Scene Mom says, welcome to the new podcast from former Phoenix radio host Danny Cutler. Each week bringing you independent music, industry news, the occasional interview, and other fun segments. Let's get to it. Scene Mom says hello and welcome to episode 68. I'm Danny, your host and Scene Mom, and as always, I'm glad you have joined me. I hope everybody had a good week. I've been hiding inside a little more thanks to Canada and their wildfires, which of course they have no control over. It's been really bad up here the past week. On the plus side, it's nice to hear our local meteorologists call it what it is, climate change. There's literally nothing we can do. They aren't even fighting them, just waiting for the fires to burn themselves out. A sad situation, but I'm kind of tired of my stinging eyes. We did get one lovely day last weekend, so the Hubs and I went to the Massachusetts State Chili Cook-Off, which happened to be in our town. It really was a lovely day, and there were even some chilies that were spicy enough for this desert reject. A good day and some good live blues music too. Really enjoyed that. Now I'm just trying to get as much work completed as possible so I can have the weekend and a few days next week free. My elder daughter is coming into town and we are going out to Fan Expo Boston. We're both super excited. We added a photo op with a couple of actors from the show Supernatural too. Plus, it's a Comic-Con in a new city, so I can't wait. She's staying until next Wednesday. At this time, I am still hoping that I can get a show out next week, but we'll see how it goes when next week actually gets here. Maybe I'll have to have her join me and we can do an expo recap. I got some really good feedback on my new segment, The Pick of the Week. Thank you, everybody, for listening and letting me know what you thought. I have another one for you in this episode, along with your music news, history, your marketing tip of the week, and a few more awesome indie tracks. So let's get back to the music with a preview of the new single from Rachael Plays Guitar. It's the next single release from her upcoming album, Tides, and it features other Arizona artists, friends Joey Gutos and Jeremiah Gold, and it's produced by Killamouse, and it is good. The single will be released everywhere Friday, August 8th, and Scene Mom says, enjoy being one of the cool kids.
Champagne on the stage, and I'm just sitting here, me and my rage. I'm not proud of my self-pity. I can be charming and so witty. I'm sober and sad some days. I'm sober and sad some days. Said I'm sober and sad someday I'll be fine. I was a little bit scared of this. Being with my thoughts, ain't no therapist. Getting to the bottom of all of it. Like the bottom of that bottle, we are ill-equipped. Some silly little humans with some fragile hearts. We didn't stand a chance, yeah, we played our cards. We didn't make it easy, but this is hard. It's hard. Hey mom, I love you, did you have to go? Didn't say goodbye, didn't leave a note. Still have some music that I had to show you. Still have some things that I have to grow through. All the cool kids be popping champagne on the stage, and I'm just sitting here, me and my rage. I'm not proud of my self-pity. I can be charming and so witty. I'm sober and sad some days. I'm sober and sad some days. Said I'm sober and sad someday I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
I don't tired of dressing up, forever on the clock, just to get a little love for being something that I'm not. And I ain't good at playing make pretend, for the sake of trying to make a friend. If they can't take me the way I am, that's the way it ends. I got no regrets.
All the cool kids be popping champagne on the stage, and I'm just sitting here, me and my rage. I'm not proud of my self-pity. I can be charming and so witty. I'm sober and sad some days. I'm sober and sad some days. Said I'm sober and sad someday I'll be fine.
In case you didn't get my segue, that was Cool Kids by Rachael Plays Guitar. Mom says it's time for some music news. Dropkick Murphys have withdrawn from the Punk in the Park festival after learning that one of its founders, Cameron Collins of Brouhaha Productions, made financial contributions to Donald Trump's 2024 presidential campaign. The band, known for their progressive and working class values, announced their decision on Instagram, stating that punk rock and Donald Trump don't mix. Collins defended his political support, citing policy reasons like tax cuts and ending foreign wars, but the band emphasized that supporting Trump goes against everything they stand for, including union solidarity, anti-fascism, and grassroots activism. Now, this isn't the first time that Dropkick Murphys have publicly taken a political stance. Frontman Ken Casey previously called out a fan at a show for wearing a MAGA shirt, offering a $100 bet that it wasn't made in America, which the fan lost. So the band made their decision by making their July appearance at Punk in the Park their last, and they continue to stand firm in the belief that the far right has no place in punk. TikTok has rolled out a new beta program called Songwriter Features, and is designed to give songwriters greater visibility and credit for their work. Now, eligible profile holders can register as official songwriter accounts, which adds a visible songwriter label beneath their username, and it unlocks a dedicated music tab that showcases songs that they've written or co-written, and it's all directly on the TikTok profile. The feature was developed after a consultation with over 800 songwriters as an effort to address demands for better discovery and monetization opportunities, as well as recognition. Initially available through a small closed beta with select publisher partners like Warner, Chappell, Cobalt, Reservoir, and Centric, the program allows interested songwriters and publishers to join a waitlist so you can get future access. Now, this builds on TikTok tools that already exist, like the Behind the Song Hub and the new tag for latest releases, and it also places songwriting credits front and center, so it enables all the creators to present their compositions side by side with their content, and hopefully that will help engagement and reinforce the role in music industry promotion. So it marks a big step in TikTok's efforts to legitimize and amplify the roles of songwriters in the platform, because it has become a vital hub for music discovery and cultural influence on top of everything, even Instagram, though it's still up in the air if we're going to keep TikTok. So we'll see. Amazon has dramatically restructured its podcasting arm by dissolving the standalone Wondery studio, and they laid off about 110 employees, including the CEO, and they redistributed the content. So narrative series like Dr. Death and Business Wars are folding into Audible, while celebrity-hosted, creator-led shows like Armchair Expert and New Heights will be managed under a new, quote, creative services team within Amazon's talent services division. So the shift is going along with industry trends because audiences and advertisers are increasingly favoring video integrated podcasts. And Amazon says that creator-driven content has very different needs and monetization dynamics compared to traditional audio-first storytelling. So the move not only signals the collapse of Amazon's narrative podcast ambitions, but it also shows a stark warning for the future of pure audio-based podcasting in an era that is just becoming more and more video and visual formats, which kind of scares me a little bit because I do not like video, as you can see if you're listening right now. I've always been an audio girl, and I'm going to stay that way. And finally, as the Grateful Dead celebrate their 60th anniversary with 3 concerts by Dead & Company at San Francisco's Golden Gate Park, ticket pricing has once again sparked widespread backlash among longtime Deadheads. General admission runs about $635 for the full weekend, while VIP packages can get up to $6,300. Also, it's getting people mad talking about commercialization from a fan base that has long valued accessibility and community over the spectacle. So enthusiasts recall an era where concert tickets cost less than a joint, and some are choosing to boycott because of Ticketmaster and all the soaring costs. Yet the events are still expected to draw about 60,000 fans per night, which offers a mix of nostalgia, live improvisation led by original members Bob Weir and Mickey Hart, alongside other artists like John Mayer. At the same time, the weekend has also delivered a big economic boost to the city. Merchants report record foot traffic, hotel occupancy, and local businesses are calling the weekend their biggest of the year. It's a hard one. I mean, I talked last week about Paul McCartney and the same thing with ticket prices. These bands do not need to charge what they do, and I don't think Ticketmaster has that much control over them. Just my little opinion. That's your music news this week. If you have any feedback or other thoughts, you can always email me, scenemomsays@gmail.com.
I've seen the snow-capped peaks drink the water from the streams. I've danced with golden milkweed meadows on the lazy autumn breeze. And maybe in my next life it could be eternity. But for now, it's goodbye, misty mountains. Don't waste your tears on me. Goodbye, sugar pines, you're just too sweet. Can't afford more cavaliers. I've picnicked with kingbirds, exchanged stories with the trees, watched cliff sides light up the night as December Christmas trees. And maybe in my next life it could be eternity. But for now, it's goodbye, misty mountains.
pot of soup on the stove. My neighbor's a mountain lion and we get along just fine. We scream love songs together until the morning's light. Oh, what a dream it could have been, but for now it must be. Goodbye, misty mountains. Don't waste your tears on me. Don't waste on me. Goodbye, sugar pines, you're just too sweet. I'll be seeing you in my dream. See you in my dream.
That was Worcester, Mass. Sweetheart Morgan Elise with Misty Mountains. C-Mom says it's time for some music history. On August 3rd in 1963, the Beatles played their last gig at Liverpool's Cavern Club, where they had performed nearly 300 times. The show marked the end of their early era before their international fame exploded. On August 4th in 1958, Billboard launched its first ever Hot 100 chart, combining sales, airplay, and jukebox plays. Ricky Nelson's Poor Little Fool earned the very first #1 spot. On August 5th in 1966, the Beatles' groundbreaking album Revolver was released in the UK, which showcased their studio experimentation and set the stage for psychedelic rock. That one and Rubber Soul are my two favorite Beatles albums. On August 7th in 1970, Christine McVie joined Fleetwood Mac as a keyboardist and vocalist, helping to shape their classic sound. And on August 8th in 1969, the iconic Abbey Road album cover photo of the Beatles crossing the street was taken. It later became one of the most famous and imitated images in music history. Yep, everybody does it. We did it. We were in London way back in 2008, I believe. We did it too. That is some music history for you this week.
Let's say I meet you there. It's just us with our souls bare.
That was the latest from Maine artist John Chesbro with One Last Dance. He's posting his music daily over on Insta because he's looking for his right audience. And I know you would definitely be his audience, so go and follow him on all of the things. C-Mom says it's time for your marketing tip of the week. Host or sponsor events. Now, this is not as difficult as you might think. A small business can sponsor or be a vendor at an event. A musician or band can reach out or apply to perform at an event. Some advantages are a wider reach, since you could get a more diverse audience that might not be familiar with you. Additional media exposure, a positive brand image, for a charity event or other socially conscious event. And you get to build those partnerships, and you're also building your brand and business's trust in the community. If you don't like what's out there, or you want something in your own town or a closer area, create your own. I'm currently working on that very thing here in my town. You probably have more people sources than you think. You already have one right here with me. And as always, if you want to chat more about marketing and promoting your music or your brand, you can schedule a consultation with me over at dannycutler.com. And you can subscribe to the newsletter for more. And there's also the private Facebook group as well. I'll have all the links in the show notes. And don't forget, I currently have a consultation special going on for newsletter subscribers until the end of August. Right now, a consultation is just $50. The regular price is $99. I had 2 consults this week, so I'm happy people are taking advantage. We will dive into all of your digital marketing, talk about what your business needs are, and I'll offer some suggestions on how to best market your business and some tips and tricks to plan ahead that are specific to your business or your music or whatever. Again, the link to subscribe will be in the show notes. And now it is time for the music pick of the week. Last week was Bandcamp Friday, and I went and did my usual download thing. I save larger purchases for Bandcamp Friday since the artist gets 100% of the proceeds. A purchase that I didn't expect to make was Rumbar Records' Summer Sampler. It's free to download, but I definitely gave them money for this 36-track summer punk vibe treasure. So many great bands that are new to me. One that got my attention on the name alone was New York City band The Kowalskis. They started in 1995 under the name Killer Kowalski, but received a cease and desist order from the wrestler. Couldn't resist checking out more of their music, as my mom's maiden name is Kowalski, and that entire side of my family is from Brooklyn. Turns out they are fronted by Kitty Kowalski. No, we don't have any relation, but her gritty sound makes me want to head right to Rockaway Beach. And if you haven't guessed it, the Kowalskis are my pick of the week. C-Mom says, take a listen to 100% Fun.
Make sure your life is loud, tame your eyes.
C-Mom says it's now time for some good news this week. YouTuber Ryan Trahan successfully raised an astounding $11.5 million for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital through a 50-day fundraising campaign. Trahan's journey, which he documented in a series of videos, took him to all 50 states in 50 days with a new and unique Airbnb stay in each location. The Airbnbs ranged from the unique, like a cave and a giant shoe, to the classic, like a castle and a lighthouse. His adventure culminated in a private villa on the Big Island of Hawaii. The fundraiser was a massive success with more than 42,000 people donating and major companies including Airbnb, Shopify, and T-Mobile making six-figure contributions. It's a testament to how the internet has evolved into a powerful and valuable tool for large-scale charitable giving. If you're a really famous YouTuber, I guess. I don't think I'm ever going to raise $11.5 million, but what a cool idea. That is some good news for you this week.
Something's happening, I just don't understand. There's a lot of things I wish you told me. I can see the pain you're trying to hide. Can feel it destroy you. Now it ain't over, but it's just not the same. I can already feel you gone. Every breath just takes you further away. Can feel myself falling. I can see that you're changing. And I will never control the things you do. But I just wanna be near you. But I'm still asking you to let me. The farther you're roaming, the harder to make your way back home. The more you ignore me, the harder you make it on my soul. I know nothing in this world has been kind, so you hide away from love not to lose it. But if you break your walls and let me inside, we can build them back around us together. The farther you're roaming, the harder to make your way back home. The more you ignore me, the harder you make it on my soul. The more you ignore me, the harder you make it on my soul.
That was the latest from Irish artist Martin Moran and The More You Ignore Me. He's been releasing a lot of music lately. I'm trying to keep up, but all of it has been wonderful. And that is it for episode number 68. Links to all of the music and news you heard this week will be in the show notes. If you have any feedback, you can always get in touch on social media. It's Scene Mom Says on Facebook and DColorAZ everywhere else. And you can email scenemomsays@gmail.com. And if you like what you hear, please share. We're all independent artists here. Thanks as always for listening, and you'll hear me again soon. You've been listening to the Scene Mom Says podcast. Intro, outro music is Look Good for the Radio by Fairy Bones. Learn more about Danny and the show at dannycutler.com.